Come on, Clara. Where's that birdie? Clara, she loves her birdie, and she comes and sits by it when she wants to play, because I was tired last night and we did not play. But today is a late day, so I have time. Yes, I do. Because I think she misses Oscar, because, you know, they would chase each other. But she loves her toys. Like I say, every night it's Sparkly Ball parking lot, or Mousies are everywhere. I'm trying to have a little tea. Little bagel, an egg. I'm sorry. Get the birdie. What I like to do is try to get her to, like, run around. Try to do is stop moving the camera. What was that? Look at her dry skin. Little baby got dry skin. Woo! That's her little box you can run into. All right, guys, I'm gonna go get ready for my day. Clara and I've been playing about 10 minutes. Give her about 5 more. You say hi, Clara? Clara. 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 So here is my Valentine's mantle. I think it's cute. It's a little busy, right? But it's kind of cute. So good morning. It's Sunday. It's 8:45. I wanted to be at Walmart by 7:30, so that's not happening. Yeah. But I want to make this stuff called japchae, which Trader Joe's has and never has. This is Korean noodle dish. So I looked at different recipes, and one of the things it needs is pure sesame oil. Now, is pure sesame oil different than toasted sesame oil? My friend, Michelle, had given me this because I told her I didn't like it. Y'all, how does it even open? I don't know. I'll figure that out. But this is not supposed to come off, so I'm not going to mess with that. Okay, well, I have it. Is there a difference between toasted and just sesame oil? And then I thought I'd show you guys. You know what? I'm going to switch you. So this is the olive oil I use all the time right now. It came with this little thing, and I wanted to replace it, and I got this. Looked very interesting. It turns out it's a special thing at Trader Joe's that comes and goes and may already be gone. And then I have this. Extra virgin olive oil. I have oleo extra virgin. So have me some. I thought I might do a taste test, though. These aren't open. Does it hurt it once it's open? Probably. I have some balsamic. I have marsala cooking wine. The Herbes de France olive oil, Trader Joe's. I have champagne wine vinegar. This is cooking wine. It's sherry because I couldn't find the Shea Shao. I want to get that. Rice vinegar. My regular vinegar. I have some coconut oil. So, hey guys, can you find the cat? She loves her tissues. We're playing Catch the Birdie. Pretty much every morning she waits for me now. So I got to get up out of bed when I work on time. But I try to get her to go in circles sometimes. Now she's playing cool. Anyway, that's our Clara little playtime. Say hi, Clara. Hey guys, welcome. It is Friday. It is the 25th, and it is quiet day. Zip it, lock it, put it in your pocket day. Anyway, I'm wearing just really cute, like a blueberry color sweatshirt and jeans. It's yucky here. It's rainy and miserable. I have to show you that I got cupped. See that? It's all over my back. What they do is they take these cups and they pull up the air, and your skin goes, it hurts like heck. And usually you have them on about 8 minutes. I love like deep pain massages and stuff like that, but cupping's hard for me, but it gets all the blood to rush to the area and it does make it feel better. So I did that, but it zonked me out by 2 o'clock at work. I thought I've just got to go home. And yeah, and my friend Angela's at the hospital, is coming home today because there's nothing they can do that she'll agree to do. So they're meeting with a hospice doctor. And so I think she'll be home today or tomorrow, probably. You know how they are in the hospital, though. They want you out. Doesn't matter what's going on. So I'm having some coffee, just plain old Dunkin' Donuts. My brain feels like it needs it. My body's not so sure. But anyway, and I'm off tomorrow and Sunday. So tomorrow I'm just going to get up and get going in my house and get laundry going. I want my kitchen cleaned. I want to go through my food for the food bank. I want to finish up my winter clothes and get those to the food bank. So I just don't want to lay around and be so sad and miserable, you know, but your body can only do what it can do. But I'm thinking if I surprise it early by moving around and getting stuff done, because I walk in and I can just see how badly grieving I am by just where piles of stuff are. And I've got some taping to do, and that always makes me feel good. And I have, I want to go over what foods I did pretty good. I will say yesterday I just really couldn't eat the rest of my vegetables, but they were good, and I will get them again. And yeah, I ate most of the salmon. So yeah, so today's Friday. I have let's see, I have my little new. So I have some crackers, and these are like nut crackers. And then I have like some good cheese from Trader Joe's, the unexpected cheddar. But yeah, they're these kind of nut crackers. And then I have part of an eaten cheese candy. But lots of this really good cheese. So, and I'm going to have some grapes. I got grapes. Let me show you the grapes. I got the grapes at Walmart, actually. And that was on Sunday. They are so good. I love the dark grapes. Look how pretty they are. And yummy. Super firm. Super sweet. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. If I feel like I need, you know, something else, I have a couple frozen things, but I don't see that happening. It's just rainy and yucky here today. Yeah, so I've got about, I don't know, 35 minutes left. So before I go to work, so I'm going to play with Clara. It always makes me happy. I got the Wordle today in 4, but what a word, y'all. What a word. You're not going to see this, so you'll have done it, but you should start with video as the first word. Those of you playing, do you have lists? Like I keep lists of words now. I'm like, ooh, that's a good word I put on my list. So yeah. All right, well, I'm going to upload, I think today, you'll have seen it before I upload this, my Ollie haul. I did it in the car, mostly in the car, and then I came home and did some taste tests. I still have one taste test, but I think I'll just link that to another one. Okay, guys, hope your day's gonna be better than mine. Hey guys, good morning. It is Friday. It is Friday the 4th, National Toy Soldier Day. Do I have toy soldiers? No, but I have a toy soldier bookend. So, hello, good morning. It's Friday. Yes, your week is done. My week is not done. Technically, my work week is from Sunday to Saturday, right? So Saturday I work, that's sort of, hold on, I'm playing with my girl. Here we go. So let me show you Clara. So that's my girl. yeah, and then Sunday. So anyway, I'm working Saturday and Sunday. Today's Friday. I have the day off. I really have the day off. I'm not, I was going to go see my friend, but it's interesting. It's not, she's sort of detached. It's not that she doesn't want to, she's not happy to see me. She is, but her short-term memory has really gone wild. And so it's not like she's missing me or misses me when I'm not there. It's like, oh, where's Tracy? Why hasn't Tracy come today? I figured this out. And, because she's sort of detached from her cats. Her cats for everything. And they're scared to go. I think they go up at night whenever it's very quiet, because there's just sometimes I go over there, there's too many people for me. It's just crazy that your life is ending and you have more people around than when you were trying to run your real life, right? Doing things, and I don't know, it's just a different energy. I'm trying to get into observer mode. And, this is something I've worked hard on with a therapist. And, because I'm so empathetic and have, everyone has feelings. It's just mine are always on the surface sometimes, especially in a crisis. But, if it's a crisis that I'm in charge of, I am like hyper focused. I get it done. Nothing else matters. I can remember at work, we had tornado warnings, and I work with the public, and I was like, it was like one of those serious ones in the sky, like there was hail, and anyway, boom, everyone had it. I wasn't even in charge. Everyone where they should be. I've been in a tornado, and nobody was getting whipped away Dorothy style on my watch. My friend said to me, one of my coworkers, like, oh my God, I never knew that about you. I'm like, yeah, thank you, Colonel Johnson, for that training. But normally I digress. This is how my brain is. So I feel like a talking day today with you guys. It's processing. It's not that I'm not sad and cry, but I just know that that's not the point, right? Loving someone and losing them is not to destroy you, is not to upset you to the point where you can't function. And when I truly become like this, I have piles all over my house, and it's assigned to me. Just like I was at Lidl's, and I'm going to do a Lidl's haul. And I think Claire doesn't like when I talk on the camera. It's crazy. But yet she won't talk to me. They had this cheese bread, which is, I haven't tried some of this stuff yet, but it was super good. And I'll show you guys. I ate part of it, but my brain was like, oh yeah, we could go buy on our way to work tomorrow and get some more of this. And I thought, okay, that's a signal that is triggering something I don't want triggered in me. But that is my thinking, right? I lost my train of thought. And I'm very stream of consciousness. I have one of my best friends can keep up with me, mostly. But Angela would have a hard time. Like, I just, boom, I'm on to another subject. And I talk fast. And Angela would be like, what? Where are you? What did you say? So, I'm going to be home today. I'm going to talk my goals through. There's a couple things in my kitchen I want to do. I don't want it to be just a kitchen day because I've got piles everywhere. I got to return a bunch of library books. I need to get those together. You can see just a big mess here, right? All that needs to be packed up and brought to the food bank. That is my number one goal today, is to get to the food bank. And it would just make my life easier. My downstairs is cluttered, and there's winter stuff that people can wear. We're still gonna have a month of cold weather where you can wear sweaters and stuff. So that's it. I've got to, in my head, think of a time. So I'm going to do that. That I will do today. And then my goal is 2 loads of laundry, done, finished, put away, because I'm a great starter. Not so good in the middle. Sometimes I'm middle, but then I'm not a good ender. So I'm going to do that. I got my Lidl haul. I'm thinking about maybe doing my weight loss journey, surgery story. So yeah, I think that, and just clear the piles that are in my living room, right? Not declutter necessarily. I have 2 things, really 2 things that I really want to declutter before the roommate. Well, 1 really, and then 2 major things, like major things that are going to be hard for me to let stuff go, but doesn't mean I can't do it. And maybe the refrigerator. I got this, I found in the guest bathroom. It's a roll of IKEA plastic with almost like bubble wrap, but tougher, that you put in your refrigerator, so then you can pull that out and clean it. So I want to do that and just have it done with, follow through. and just scrub out my, I've been doing a little cleaning in my refrigerator, but I would like to do that and just get rid of any expired condiments going, period. Right? That makes sense. And start on my pantry. Like, I've got a whole bag of stuff going to the food bank, but I need to make 1.5 shelves for someone. So I have like canned goods and stuff. So I have a space in my garage where they can go, but I need to look in that thing, and I'll bring you with me and just go through and see what is there right now that I haven't used that's going to expire to, give to the food bank. So I can make room for that. And then, I'm not going to be doing all that kind of stuff, but it's good. Green beans, little potatoes, spaghetti sauce, stuff like that, tuna fish, just stuff that, is good. But how are you guys feeling about what's going on in the world? I'm not watching it because, one, I get upset and I don't know how to process it all. It's hard for me to watch it and go to bed and have a good night's sleep, which I'm struggling. I think about it all day. If I see an image, it bothers me. I wonder, where's that person? What's happening? So I'm, doing my own kind of quiet prayer, So, but that's really, but I think, okay, becoming my mother, when something was going on with North Korea, the threat of nuclear war, because, Fox News was talking about it nonstop and got her wound up. And I'm like, okay, I couldn't convince her to calm down. So I said, what can I do to make you feel better? Right? So she wanted cat food, enormous amounts of cat food. I'm with that, because that's not going to go bad. And there, with Oscar, it was definitely going to get eaten. Water. So now when I go to the store, I'm getting a case of water and just putting it right in my garage, right? And then, and at the end of the day, if it goes bad, I can use it to water my flowers stuff. And cash, right? So I'm not sure about the cash. I mean, I have some cash. I don't have a lot of cash. But I remember we had this thing called a derecho, which is, I don't know what it is actually. It's just this gust of wind, and it comes in a weird way. And actually my mother and I were sleeping, and it woke me up, and I went down. We were in a just smaller townhouse, and I was on the main floor. We didn't really have a basement floor. I was on the main floor, and it was down to like a 747 was landing on our house. So I got up and made my mom come down, because I said, if we're gonna die, we're gonna die together. We're gonna live together. I have visions of like me dying or her dying, because we're on different floors. So like, this is what we're gonna do. And I put, my cat was Molly then, I put her in a crate, which was not, but she was a little bit more easy to get than Clara is. So we did that, and luckily we had no damage, but there was major damage. Electricity was gone everywhere. So you could not, to get gas was unbelievable. It was only like gas stations, I guess they have generators. You could not get cash out of the ATM. So grocery stores were letting you in if you had cash, because they couldn't process a credit card. I don't know if they were taking checks. I feel like they weren't. So, you want enough that you could get gas, or you could, get the basics. But, if there's a terrible thing going on, I'm not, I think people are getting like ice, stuff like that. But I'm trying to think if I have a cooler even to put ice in. I think I do in the garage somewhere. So I digress as always. It's just good talking to y'all, talking this out. So that's what I'm going to do. Not a lot of cash, but some. And, and I, get it in like, could I have this in 20, ones, please? But I also want to get the total change of subject. The Maya Angelou quarters, I need to go to my bank and ask and see if I have to order them, or I'd like to get one for Zachy, one for Carrie, and then one for me. I have another friend I'd like to get some for. So maybe today when I go to the food bank, I'll call my bank and ask them how to go about it, right? And then get a little bit of cash out. But, I'm not going to go and like get mounds of water, but every time, I'm just going to get a case. And, every time I get paid, I'm getting like 4 cases of cat food just to have, because she's pretty good. Like, you know, she gets a flavor and that's pretty much what she wants. And then sometimes I get like it's grilled instead of this, and then she has a fit and then she ends up liking it. So, and I guess I could get some more crunch. Excuse me. I don't know if the crunchies expired because, you know, the dry food, because with Oscar around, nothing ever was close to expiring. So I have to look at that. But yeah, so those are my thoughts on it, because, you know, I know you can donate money, you can pray. But I think before the pandemic, I don't know if I'd feel like we're on the brink of nuclear war, but I think since the pandemic and the fact that our economy halted, the world halted. I mean, you weren't really supposed to leave your house. I mean, I think it's set in my mind, anything is possible now that you think in America is not possible, right? Or the Western world, maybe, I don't know. But when you see, you know, the thing that haunts me is, like, they showed a picture, I guess it was a hospital in Queens, I think, in New York, and there was those big tractor trailers that they were loading dead bodies on, like stacking them in America, right? In 2020 or whatever the hell that year was. So, yeah, I mean, that just sets the, wow, things, yeah. And and you see these Ukrainians just fleeing, and they're like us, right? I think about, it'd be like us, like fleeing to go where? I don't know. Maybe say the middle of the country was safe. I don't see myself in all that I don't know. But then you see the destruction. I would sit and die with my cat. If I can't have my animal, I know. I don't have children, right? So if you had children, that would be your thing. But I just don't think I could, But I just have one little cat, so I would have her with me. Anyway, isn't this cheerful? But anyway, it's been in my head. I just want to get it out. So that's what I'm thinking. I don't know. What are you guys thinking? Are you talking about it? But someone's like, what do you mean you're not up on everything? Well, because I don't know how to process it. Like, I don't watch terrible movies where people are killed and there's all that crazy adrenaline, life or death. That's not my thing. And my nervous system, my doctor and I, in the beginning of the pandemic, when really it was so scary. You remember right now, but then it was terrifying. Terrifying. I remember when we went back to work, we were only out 3 months, I think. It was terrifying because you didn't understand. Now we understand, but we also understand that, anything can happen. So, yeah. So that's what I'm going to do to feel prepared. Maybe it's my mom channeling me. I don't know. And I told one of my friends, let's just, every time you order groceries, get a thing of water. You go to the grocery store, get some cash. Just some, you don't want to have thousands of dollars, but, a couple hundred. Can't hurt. And my cat food, during the pandemic, I think I spent my whole check buying cat food. Yeah. And I don't know, if they were starving, would they eat beans? I don't know. Would you, Clara? It's hard to imagine, right? So that's what's happening today. That's where my thoughts are. So I'm glad you shared that. Get that out. Yeah, so I do want to read. So I want to change my day, right? I'm in a rut. And we all, you have a routine, routine. I don't know. I just feel like I'm in a routine that I don't like. I used to never come home from work and watch TV. I didn't. One thing, my mom had on some horrible Fox or something I didn't want to watch. And we would have agreements like, on the weekend, then that would be on, and we would watch movies or whatever. But I always had things to do, So spring's coming. I think that's why I feel so much better, y'all. Spring is coming. So, and I'll start this talking about Angela. So I was going to go today. I'm going to make her rice pudding. But you know what? I really need a day. Every day I've been off, I've had to do something. But I really need a day just to, I don't know, not have to be anywhere other than the food bank. So I'm going to make pudding tonight and then bring that to her tomorrow. And I'm working, so I'll be there. I work right near her. So I'll go over those 2 days. I'm off Monday. But yeah, so I really want to focus on not starting to declutter. I'm going to wait on that cabinet. I got 2 cabinets I want to take you with me. And there's one I redid, like where my Vitamix and stuff is, and it's not working. There's too much in there. So I want to fix that. And yeah. So that's what I'm going to do. And then check in with you guys, I think. But what are you guys doing? Like, does this bother you? I mean, obviously, it's a nightmare. Literally a nightmare to watch what's happening. So of course I'm not watching, but even I've been off Instagram a little bit because it's just coming up in my feed. And I'm so sorry. You know, I think we are, you know, my dad's, when my brother got his DNA tested, I mean, I did that for his birthday. Yeah, good for myself too. On my dad's side, we, you know, my mom's 100, well, not, I don't know if she's 100% Norwegian. There might be some Swede or Finnish in there. You never know back in the day. But overall, she's Scandinavian. I would say, you know, my brother and I were not half Norwegian. But we found out it's so interesting. So my dad lost his dad when he was like 2 or 3 at 47. And that's when my dad died. But he's the picture, y'all, I should find a picture. He is like this big, hunky Swedish guy, gorgeous man, right? And he, my grandma who died, you know, he died very young, you know, 1937, 38, 39, something like that. And my grandma died before I was born, but my brother knew her, Grandma Anderson, because she got remarried. And we were wondering, like, so my dad had 2 older siblings, like much older, like 15 years older, a sister and a brother, and they're both gone. Very strange people. So, where am I going with this, y'all? Where am I going with this? Oh, okay. So we got back, and my thing, and we have Eastern European, and I can't remember what it said, but I didn't say Ukrainian, but Polish and something else, you know, so, and it's all kind of Ukraine and all that's kind of mixed in. But what's interesting is I have to find that and go through that again. I kind of, you know, I get obsessed and then I don't get obsessed. But I'm going to try to get my niece on that. But we, when my mom was in the hospital, one of the hospitals, you know, she had autoimmune disorders, something wrong with her blood. Both my parents died from blood disorders. But they come and draw blood. And it's interesting because most of the people that did the blood draws were Ukrainian for some reason. And literally almost everyone would look at me and say, "You're Ukrainian, right?" I'm like, am I? Do I look Ukrainian? I don't know, but I look like one of their tribe, which, you know, that's always when someone identifies with you like that. You know, I think that's a little gift. So we, you know, we had some conversations, and I do make a mean pot of borscht, so I don't know, but isn't it interesting? But do you guys watch that Henry Louis Gates show? It's not Who Do You Think You Are? Finding Your Roots on PBS. I'm obsessed with it, and I tape it. And for some reason, I hadn't watched most of them, so I've been going back at night, and instead of watching mindless TV, I'm watching that. And the mixture of people, right? That there's no pure race. I mean, it was interesting. It seems like a lot of the Jewish people are 100%. And I can't remember that word, Azinashes, anyway. But other people, you know, there's a real mix, which is why I don't understand the world. Like, why, you know, we're all the same. Genetically, we're all the same. We all came from the same place. But they also have, I think I'm like 1% Neanderthal. How do they know that? See, how do I know, right? But anyway, Henry Louis Gates show, he started this DNA thing when it first came out to help people find their slave ancestor or where they came from in Africa. And now, of course, everyone's doing it, like, you know, my brother's DNA, so, you know. But it was interesting, he had a show with Rebecca Hall, who, I love her. She was in Christina Barcelona. But it turned out like they thought maybe one of her relatives was African American. But was interesting on her mom's side. In England, a lot of people haven't done it. Compared to the rest of the world, they have not had their DNA done. They're very like closed mouth. But yeah, so watch that show, you guys. I don't know, I probably can Google it. I mean, I'm sure it's available on YouTube but it's Finding Your Roots. But what's interesting is how they put people together and talk about the history of that particular time. And, you know, they don't know exactly, but this is maybe why your Italian immigrants settled in Louisiana. So it's very, very interesting. I love it.
Appreciation.